on. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from today. My name is Teresa. I am the owner and artisan over at NTS Design Co. I am a content creator for Dixie Belle Paint Company. I come live with you guys every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. for some fun painting tutorials. And as you remember, last week we painted this beautiful girl and we painted it in the silk paint. Actually, we primed it. So we primed this guy last week and then I painted it over on the Dixie Belle main page on Facebook in the silk paint. I'm gonna go grab that. And I painted it in Bay Breeze, which is a beautiful color. It is a very soft blue. When you paint it, it looks white, but it dries a little bit darker. So this is Bay Breeze. I stained the top of this piece in the No Paint Gel Stain Espresso, and I will be doing the same with the feet. But she's looking kind of plain, and plain is okay if you want a nice crisp look, but I want to age this piece up because it is an antique and I like to give it more of a balanced look. Just kind of bringing back some of that old with the new that I've created. So I like to kind of modernize antique furniture with a modern flair, but still kind of pay tribute to the past. So to me, this just looks like a crisp, brand new piece of furniture when it's really from the 1920s. So it just looks kind of funny. It's like getting a beautiful vintage car and putting new paint on it and not doing anything else to it. Hey, from Central California. Thank you, Stephanie, for watching today. I appreciate you guys. So today I will be showing you how to use, I have my little teeny tiny jar with me, of the best stain wax in brown. And over here at Dixie Belle Paint Company, we are honoring all of our retailers. And so it is Support Your Retailer Month, and I would like to give a shout out to all of the retailers from Dixie Belle. Thank you guys so much. If you are a retailer that's watching, thank you. We love you and we appreciate you. And what you can do to find your local retailer is you can go to the Dixie Belle website. You can go up to the left-hand corner and it'll say it'll find your local retailer. You type in your zip code and it'll pull up all of the local retailers in your area where you can find all of the products that I'm using today and obviously their entire product line. Your local retailer more than likely will have classes that you can take, and they have a wealth of knowledge and they can kind of walk you through any of the steps. So say you see me do this today and you're like, oh, Teresa used the silk paint in Bay Breeze and she used the Boss primer in gray, and she also used the best stain wax in brown. I want to recreate that look. And then you go to your local retailer and she'll be able to gather all of those things for you, and she can walk you through how to use those products a little bit better. And then you also have tutorials that you can go through. So thank you for watching today. I just saw your comment pop on. Thank you for catching my live. All right, so let's make this girl look a little older. Sound good? So what we're gonna do, I have my French tip that I use just for wax. Hey, Patty, how are you this morning? Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. So we're gonna use my French tip that I only use this one for wax, and I don't clean it. You can clean it with a scrubby soap, but unless it's like, I just use it for wax, so it's fine. And then I have my Bell brush that I use to like kind of buff it out. And again, I just wipe them back with a brush. A t-shirt, that's all I do. So, all right, let's get to it. So what I'm going to do is I did paint this, like I said, I painted this in Bay Breeze, which is a silk all-in-one paint, which has a top coat capacity, and it also has the primer capacity in it as well. Now, I did prime this piece because it is my furniture. I knew that this was going to be a bleeder, so we used Gray Boss on this last week, and then I painted it, and then I also top coated it. I top coated this because I wanted to be able to wipe my wax back a little easier and kind of spread it out. If you're using a top coat, I use satin can't talk today, satin clear coat. The words are not coming out today. So that it will allow my wax to move around just a little bit better. So if you want, your paint is porous and it will absorb the wax. If you're looking for that look, I do that all the time and I love that look. But today I just wanted to be able to kind of move it around a little bit better. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to move you guys in just a little bit closer. All right, so we're going to come in here. I'm going to take my wax, and you can tell that's where I dig. I'm going to take my lid and I'm going to offload it. I offloaded my lid because I just feel like it kind of spreads it out on my little brush, and I kind of see how it's already like shaped that way. All right, so now I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to come heavy and here. I want it in those grooves, so I'm gonna not offload there. I'm gonna pinch my brush and I'm gonna get it deep in those grooves. I want that wax to live in those grooves, okay? Now, where I don't want it to live, come on, sorry, it's a little loud. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of take the edge of I'm not coming in like I was, so I want a lighter touch. So I'm just gonna come in and we're gonna create a hue, like a vignette, okay? And I'm just tapping really lightly. You can smear up here because it can be dirtier on the top, or it naturally would gather dirt, is kind of where I'm kind of doing this. And I'm just gonna fade out some of that wax, fading it out. So I'm just stippling it on there. And then we're gonna fade out just a little bit, okay? Now, you can go a step further. You can take your bell brush and you can see how it just softened it. All right. And now is where we're gonna wipe it back. So I have just a t-shirt, not anything fancy, and I'm gonna do soft circles. I'm not wiping, I'm just very softly doing some circles. See how much it's very soft. That's what I'm looking for. Just a real soft look. And now if this was on the natural paint without that top coat, it would not come off this easy. It just wouldn't. But I like that softness. I just want to add just a little bit of character. Okay. And if you want to blend out some more and kind of carry it a little bit more, you can do that as well. And if you have too much on there and you don't like it, you can just add some clear wax of the best dang wax and it will come right off. I will do that often. A lot of times I will come back and I will use the wax as well. Now, for this part right here, I don't want to remove the wax from everywhere, just the front part. I want it to stay in those cracks. Okay, so I'm just going to come on the side right here and we're going to wipe. Okay, I'm just going to come on this flat part right there. Try not to get it all over my hands. Very purposely, only going in that middle raised area. And then again on that edge. And it's going to stay where I want it to stay. Okay? Just like that. Now, for this part, well, I'll come down to here. Let me grab some more. We're just going to get that in where I want it. We're going to come on down. And it just stays perfectly where I want it. Now, for this part right here, of course, because I want to age that and have pop out all those fun details, I'm going to take my wax just like I did, a little heavier, okay? And I am going to just dab it or stipple, pounce, however, whatever word you want to use. The technique is the same. All right, I'm not offloading if you're noticing. I want that wax in those detailed areas. Make sure you can see the whole thing. Bring you there. There, now you guys can see better. And I'm kind of like squishing my brush just a little bit to give me a little control of what I'm doing. The same brush can be used to create such different looks and give you a different finish. I love that. All right, and again, we're just tapping that wax in, those little raised areas. All right, you can go nice and slow. Make sure you can go back over it. I see that there's some areas that I just want a little thicker. Looking pretty good. It's gonna be pretty, you guys. I'm super excited. I love doing this. This is like my favorite thing to do. It just brings this piece of furniture to life. We're at the fun stage. The priming, not so fun. The cleaning, not so fun. Painting, I love, yes. But once you get to the final stage where you can just kind of do all the fun things to do all the detail work, it makes it really fun. Okay, now I'm just gonna take, again, my t-shirt, and I am just gonna wipe the raised area. Just coming in. And that is gonna leave it exactly where I want it. Just gonna clean up these edges as I go. Okay, cleaning up our edge. And then we're just gonna hit these flat parts again. Cleaning up that edge. Again, if there was too much wax, you would use your clear wax and you can get a nice crisper, clean, if that's what you're looking for. But I am going to be aging the edges of this dresser, so I'm not really worried about it. But if you happen to get it somewhere where you don't want it, you can just use your clear wax. It'll come right off. And since it is top coated, it is much easier to remove. Okay. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? I really like that. Okay, so now let's come back up in here with the extra. I'm not redipping. I'm just using the wax that's on here because there is a good bit of wax left on my brush. So now I'm just gonna very, very lightly just kind of come around my edges and create that vignette look. Let's grab the top just a little bit. Again, anywhere it would naturally collect dirt and age is where I'm looking to do that. And this doesn't have to be perfect. We're not looking for perfection. We just want it to be pretty. Okay, I'm gonna come back and just rub with my clean rag. I could do the whole dresser if I wanted to, but I don't want to wax the whole dresser. I just want to do a vignetted look or shadowed or however you want to call it. Any of the words, it's all the same thing. And I like to do circles because then if I'm going back and forth, it's going to create a very linear look. And I don't really want that. I want it to be a lot softer. So I'm kind of buffing that wax into the paint. All right, I'm going to do this side later. And then there's that top drawer where it just has that nice soft look to it. Okay? What do you guys think? I think it's pretty. I like it. So now I'm going to come down and we're going to do the next drawer. I'm going to pop you guys down just a smidge so you guys can see all of the things perfectly. Okay? We're going to bring this line down all the way. Now that we're working back over on this side. Okay? And you don't have to do drawer by drawer. I just like to do drawer by drawer. You could come down and do this part first and then work your way over. There's no rules. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going to grab some more wax. Again, I am not offloading this wax because I want it heavy in these lines. That was a little too much. Just kind of blobbed it in there on accident. All right. Get it in there. And take our t-shirt. I try to use the same spot where I've gotten most of it. All right. And we're just going to come up and down on these nice flat spots. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my finger like this. I'm not holding. If you bunch it up like this and do it, it's all going to come out of there. So, but if you hold your finger flat, you have a flatter surface to where you're removing your wax. Hopefully that makes sense and helps you guys out just a little bit better. And I don't want that blob in there. You can kind of spread it out if there's like a little blob or something that you don't want. There we go. So that's how I like that. I like the way that looks. So now let's come in over here. Okay, I am going to offload some of this wax because there is a good bit of wax on my brush. And as a matter of fact, since I do have so much, I'm going to offload some of it on my t-shirt. Just so I don't have a heavy, heavy bit because I want it heavier, but not so much through here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my brush and we're just going to do that nice tap. I am going to come up underneath because I feel like dirt would collect up underneath there. Anywhere you feel like dirt would collect, but you don't want to make straight lines because dirt doesn't do that. It will fade. It'll fade out, right? So we're aging this piece. And now we're going to take a cleaner because this is where we had all that heavy wax. So I'm going to take a cleaner part of my t-shirt and I'm just going to do small circles. Okay, and that's giving that soft look that I'm looking for. I'm just going to fade it down so it's not such a harsh line. I'm going to do the same over here. We're just going to blend that out. So we're just blending out that wax so it's not such a harsh line. See where my shadow, I have harsh lights in here. I'm in the shop, so it's very bright. But do you see where my shadow is up underneath here? We're kind of trying to recreate that shadowed look. So you can just kind of come up underneath here, more wax. Okay, we're just going to come up where that shadow would be. All right. And we're going to grab our t-shirt. Okay. And we're just going to really softly do circles. And we're going to work it down. Okay, so that creates that nice soft line that we're looking for and bringing it down. Now we're going to come over here and do the same thing that we just did on the other side. So again, bring you guys way in so you can see. I'm going to turn this way so you can see a little bit better. Okay. And then we're going to take our t-shirt again. And we're just going to do soft circles. You can bring it out because there's still wax on your shirt to kind of fade that out just a little bit. And it doesn't have to be exact, right? On either side, it doesn't have to match perfectly because furniture doesn't age perfectly on either side, right? Like one side is going to age differently depending on what was touched more. So I'm liking that. I like the way that looks a lot, actually. And so I'm just going to dust what's left on my brush. And come back the other way. All right. And then we're going to come down. And there's still a lot of wax on my brush. I have not redipped. Make sure you can see all of the things that I'm doing. Don't be afraid of wax, you guys. Wax is a lot of fun. Okay, and I'm just softening any of those like harsh swirl marks that I have on here. Bring that out more. Okay, now take my t-shirt, start up here. Nice soft circles where we're just bringing that and now it just looks naturally aged, right? Coming back over here. If you feel like there's too much wax in the one spot that you're working in, find a cleaner spot on your shirt. If I want to remove some of that, I can find a spot that does not have wax on it and come back. All right. And that's that. Okay, it's looking good. I like it. I think it looks pretty. I think it looks natural. I feel like that's how it naturally would look. I'm just cleaning up some edges. You can come clean up in here, wherever you want. What do you guys think? I think it looks cool. I am digging it. All right, let's see. We'll do this. Okay, turn my heater off. I have a heater on in here today because it's cold, but it is cooking me. I'm getting cooked. All right, so let's bring this up so you guys can see the entire look and see what you guys think. I like that. It is darker right through here, so I may come back, and this is where you can do your fine tuning. It's a little darker through there. I may want to darken, and you can just play with it back and forth. If you feel like you want it dirtier looking, just come back a little. Like I said, there's no rules. And one drawer just could have been dirtier than the other one. It's not that big of a deal. You go into your grandma's house and you see a dresser and it's not going to be perfectly aged on every drawer exactly the same. One drawer just may have been used more than the other one. I'm just kind of buffing that out. All right, I haven't decided what hardware I'm going to put on this thing yet, so I'm kind of at a standstill when it comes to that. But as far as the aging, I really like it. I think it looks good. I hope you guys like it. Like I said, I used the Best Dang Wax in brown, and then I painted it in Bay Breeze from the Silk line. So that's how you bring your piece of furniture from being kind of flat to just kind of Asian it just a little bit, and it looks really cool. I will go back and add some gilding wax just to give it a little bit of sparkle. I do like to do that wherever I create a low light. I like to create a highlight, kind of like makeup. And so I will do that with gold gilding wax. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If not, undead cat pulls. I don't know what I'm going to use. You know, I honestly don't know what I'm going to use. I thought about doing drops on the top two drawers. I have the smoke drops, and then I may use the cup pulls. I'm not sure. I haven't got there yet. So anyways, well, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. If not, I'm going to head out of here because I have to do some more filming for the sides and the bottom drawer. I have to film for content. So I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me today. I always have fun with you guys over here on the YouTube page. It's a whole like different vibe. I feel like I don't know, it's just different. So drops on the top for sure. Yes, I think they're going to look beautiful. I do like the smoke drops because they're just, when I use the brown wax, it just, I don't know, I just like them. They're fun. All right, you guys, well, have a wonderful day. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Dixie Belle, for having me. If you don't already, I would be honored if you popped on over to NTS Design Co. on YouTube and give me a follow. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys soon, okay? Bye, you guys. Thank you.